Hello and welcome to another Ask Me Anything. I'm Robin Vogels, the owner of Personnel Relocations. This week's question, I think I've touched on it a couple of times. I'm not sure I've done a video on it before, but this week's question was to do with car seats or car restraints. Should I bring my car seat with me on the aeroplane? Can I use my car seat in Australia? Generally, unless you're coming from New Zealand, my answer is no, I'm afraid not. So that beautiful car seat that you might have spent a few £100, dollars, rands, whatever it might be on, it's legally not allowed in Australia because it does not meet the Australian and the New Zealand standards of safety. So how do you know what to do? So there's a few things you can do. You can buy car seats online. Shops like Baby Bunting are good. Even just some of the car shops actually have cheaper, I wouldn't say less safe, but more options. So places like Super Cheap Auto, they have really good car seats. There's nothing wrong with their car seats at all. If you just need a little booster seat, you could even look at places like Kmart and Target. But for most people, they want to shop around and get something that's really of a high standard. So you cannot bring your own car seat with you. Leave it at home and you're going to need to buy a new one. I would recommend, depending on how your relocation is working, whether you perhaps have somebody here in Australia that you can buy one online and have it delivered. If you're hiring a car, you can hire a car seat with your hired car. Just think about the cost implications there, okay? Because if you're hiring a car and you add one car seat is $14 per day. So that can actually extend to quite a bit. You would spend $200-300 on a car hire seat for a few weeks. So it is perhaps worth giving it a little bit of attention before you leave and buying something perhaps online that you can get delivered, if not to friends and family that might already be in Australia, or your consultant, or you can have it delivered on the day that you arrive. Most taxis and Ubers, some Ubers will have car seats in them as well. Now also check the local restrictions, because depending on which state you're moving to or you're arriving into would depend on whether a car seat is a legal requirement. So for example, in Victoria, so Melbourne area, if you're arriving in Victoria and you get a taxi, your child is actually allowed to travel on your lap, on your own seat. They don't need a car restraint, surprisingly. If you're arriving in Sydney for New South Wales, you do need a car seat. So a lot of the taxi drivers there might have that. So make sure when you do any bookings that you include car seats if you're going to, but also be aware, because I'm always about your cost and your budgeting, just be aware that if you hire a car seat and it looks like easy to just tick the box on your car hire to add a car seat, it does actually extend past the price of what a new car seat might buy you. So what are the legal requirements in Australia? Let me add this to the screen. So up to 6 months, you need a rear-facing car seat. In fact, they say up to 30 months. For some children, that might be the child might be too tall already. So use your discretion. You have to still consider the safety of the child, but also the comfort of the child. And actually they say, as I say, 30 months. I don't think my kids would have fitted into a rear-facing car seat at even 20 months. So definitely, use your discretion there. So up to 6 months must definitely be a rear-facing. Then you move on to the 5-point harness. So it must have a 5-point harness across their chest. And that one's really important. 4 years is just the booster seat, and most people will still want the backrest on that booster seat. And then once they get to 145 centimeters or taller, then you can just have the normal adult sash. Okay, now it's also a requirement here that your car seats are fitted professionally. Most places where you buy, so if you are buying a car seat, let's say from Baby Bunting or from Super Cheap Auto, they would have options available for you to have the car seat fitted. Here in Australia, it's quite easy for the police to see if your car seat is not Australian, because there's a little strap that goes over the back of your seat and actually clips into the boot. So a policeman who stops you will be able to immediately see that you don't have that strap in place if your current car seat does not have that. So the Australian New Zealand standard for child restraints, this is the ASNZS 1754, is the little sticker that should be on the car seat to say that it conforms to Australian and New Zealand standards. If you're looking for a fitter or you want to find out more information, please visit KidSafe. I've put KidSafe Victoria here, but there is a KidSafe for just about everywhere across Australia, and also raisingchildren.net.au. And that website actually gives you all sorts of safety issues and laws and rules about children's safety in Australia. I hope that's been helpful to you. I hope that saved you a bit of money, because that's what I'm here to do, is give you some guidance and save you some money and make sure that you make the right start in Australia. As always, if you've got a question, please do email me, and please tell others that there is this resource available that can help them on their relocation journey. I'd appreciate it if you could share it. Thanks so much, and I'll see you again next week. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.